Who is the greatest fighter of all time? For those of you guys that have been around from the very beginning, you grasp the opinions of the many that the great Fedor Emelianenko was one of the true greats. Starting his career off 31-1 with his only loss coming by way of cut, he was a true GOAT. Although later, many would argue that he never fought the top-level competition in the MMA game, and as his career progressed, his chin began to diminish. Two men that definitely fought the best of their eras was Anderson Silva and George St. Pierre. One, many argue, retired a little too early, while the other, many argue, retired just too late. Anderson Silva, in his prime, was one of the true GOATs of the game, as can be said as well for George Rush St. Pierre. While many were arguing over the late Anderson Silva and George St. Pierre for GOAT status, a young lion arose right before our eyes in John Bones Jones. He took out legend after legend, although many would argue that he was in one of the more scarce weight divisions and was not competing with young, top talent like himself. As if things weren't already complicated enough after speaking of the four true legends we just spoke of, another legend emerged right before our very own eyes on a dark and gloomy Ultimate Fighter season. His name was Artem Lobov. Many people believe he was lactated right from the true great Conor McGregor's armpits himself, while others believe he was hatched out of a dragon's egg. One thing that we all know for sure is that he shut the despicable and trashy Paulie Malignaggi's mouth. Now, on a more serious note, I do believe we will find out who the temporary GOAT is on April 18th. If Khabib Nurmagomedov is able to defeat Tony El Cucuy Ferguson, I think there is no question Khabib is the true GOAT. Never having any controversy of drug testing, split decisions, or any bouts that were even close, Khabib continues to dominate opponent after opponent in the most prestigious and competitive weight class in the octagon. Ladies and gentlemen, we will find out who the GOAT is April 18th. The MMA fortune teller.
The teller.